Right, so I had a question that I wanted to answer. Can you fit a whole hot tent setup in a backpack? I have. I'll run through the weight and that, how much it weighs at the end of the video and what it is. We're going to get pitched up, a bit of a race against time to get there before the sun goes down, but it'll be what it'll be. We're right above an old chalk quarry, which you can see, and yeah, a bit further up here. Oh, I've got a pheasant. I've got a tree to fallen tree. Tough obstacles. Oh. It doesn't help that I've got a 12-foot pack on. Another corn husk on the floor. I keep seeing those. I don't know where they come from. Here we go. This is it. Right. Let's get set up. I'll get a light on, see if that helps. Hello, dogs. Just had a dog walker come by. Not sure if they're too fussed about me. Right, let's continue. Right, so I wanted to cook my ground's a bit loose, so I've got this tiny fire pit. Which is almost the cutest thing in the world. So we'll set this up down there. I'll have to go and find some wood. Oh my god! Level. See what I can find. So we've got a fire going. Everything's so wet that I didn't think I'd get it going. I don't need it to be big. I just wanted to cook on it. You can hear the water hissing out of the wood. Those dogs were mad. They were like circling me. It was a bit creepy. We've seen some like people with XL bullies up here without leads on and stuff like that. And I'm always a bit wary of those, especially with without any leads on. Right, so we've got a Winterwell titanium stove, which I've been dying to try out. This is partly the reason why I thought, let's see if we can backpack and hot tent camp. So we've got titanium stove, I brought some dry kindling with me, but I don't know if I've got enough to get this going, because we are wet. I might have to try and split some of this wood. I think I'll stand a better chance of getting this one going and then cooking on that. Right, so I've got the stove going. That seems to be the better way. The outside fire is still going, so it's all quite good out there. But I think what we'll do now is we'll I might try and cook myself some dinner. Right, spaghetti bolognese. And a bit of cheese with me as well. So we're going to do I'm going to maybe just do this boil, see if I can boil it in the bag, just to keep it easy. Lovely spaghetti bolognese, one of my favourites. So my dinner is warm now, so I'm gonna try and dish it up inside here. That was horrible. The bag melted a bit. It's so hot in here. It's 23 degrees down here on the floor. At the top it's about 750. Spaghetti bolognese in a bag. A little trick for you. Just bring out some... Oh, it's hot. Bring out some leftovers. We'll nobble some cheese on it. Big lump of cheese. Right, and then I'll get my long-handled spoon. And I'm gonna have to lie down because there's no real space. I can't quite get the chair in here and me sit on it, so this might be the best way to do it. Oh yeah. That beats a freeze-dried meal any day of the week. Right, so my total pack weight with all of this stuff, stove, sort of TP hot tent, chair, pillows, like I haven't skimped on luxury really. I've got a big heavy winter mat in there, which is, oh no, is it in there? No, it's here. So yeah, I've got this massive mat. This weighs quite a lot as well, so with all of that we were at about 15 kilos. So that's base weight, so minus food and water. That included like the fire starting stuff. I brought a little bit of kindling with me just to help, just in case. It wasn't really necessary. I probably could have got it going without, but it did work a little bit. I brought these comedy tent pegs with me, just in case that the ground up here was a little bit too soft and the pegs kept pulling out. They're holding okay, they're not great. It got set up fairly quickly. I think the outside fire pit wasn't super necessary. It didn't really work. For the fire pit, it's tiny, it's miniature, it's great fun, but it's hard to keep going because it's so small. I think it would be okay if you used it with like charcoal or something, but my kids love it. It's their fire pit. So that was about a kilo of weight I didn't need to bring. And then I had about a kilo of camera gear, batteries, lots of batteries because it's cold. and do myself a cup of tea. I don't much fancy it tasting like spaghetti bolognese. That'll do. Cup of tea. There's some dogs going absolutely crazy still. Oh, that's a good cup of tea. I've had my tea. I've got the stove going. I feel like I may have put too big a logs in. That may go out now. I don't know. It's been good so far. It's been absolutely roasting in here. It's been lovely. So I think that you can backpack hot tent. It's nice and relaxing out here anyway. It's good to have everything just like this. I mean, sometimes when you're going hot tent camping, everything weighs a ton. Like your big stoves and your big tents, and this was quite, it took me about half an hour to pack my bag, give or take, and it was easy to do. It was nice. The dogs in the distance have stayed in the distance because they sound like hunting dogs. But or wolves, definitely wolves. But I think the fire is, I think I may have let it get down a bit too low, or put too big a logs on. I'm losing heat. Oh dear. I think I can save this. No, I think I put too big a... I got over ambitious. I thought I was better off than I was. fire had a better base. See if it'll get going. Anyway, covered in dust now. Yeah, so I don't think there's much else left for me to say. This has been, well, it's fantastic. I've got to get to sleep yet. I mean, it is only 7 o'clock, but I think I'm going to continue watching Stranger Things that I'm watching at the moment, which might not be the best choice. I'm going to listen to a podcast actually, and then I'll call it a night. So unless anything drastic happens, I'll see you in the morning. So goodbye. Good night, I should say. Morning. I made it through the night unscathed. Didn't get eaten by the deer, which were all around me all night. They are so noisy. It's been a very noisy night. I've had an owl over me as well for a bit. Wildlife sounds. It's about 2 degrees. It's just coming up to 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to get out of this sleeping bag. I'm so warm. But I need a wee. So I'm gonna have to get up. There's the owl. I'm not going to light the stove this morning because I don't want to have to wait for it to cool down. It was lovely and warm in here with the stove. It was really good. I was surprised how well everything worked. There's a load of condensation on the tent, but that's to be expected in a tent, a single skin tent like this. That obviously goes away when you heat it up. Everything went well. Everything handled itself well. So I'm gonna get up, get packed up, and get out of here, I think. Oh. Let's get up. The sun's supposed to be up at about 7:45, so it'll start getting light soon now. But I've got a fair bit of packing up to do. If I keep talking about it, it might do itself. I doubt it. I'm gonna have to get up. Right, packed up. You'd never know, apart from a little bit of flat ground and a bit of ash, which will go. That'll go when it rains. The sun is just starting to come up. Right, let's see if I can find this track that I came in on. I don't know if anybody would have seen me. Here we are. The sun is just starting to peek its head. The chalk pit over there was for cement, so it was a cement pit, and I remember it from when I was real young. But it's quite spectacular. They're filling it all with houses now. Can't stop progress. So about 2 miles back to the car. I won't bore you with that. Right, I'd just like to thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video and you think it's earned a subscribe, please do. I'd love to have you on board. You can also check out some of my other videos which might be of interest to you, some camping, some family stuff. We've got lots of stuff coming up. We have actually got a camp inside a 13th century church coming up, so that'll be interesting. I'm going to cook food, 13th century food in a 13th century church. Say that fast 3 times. Birds are out this morning, waking them all up. As always, stay safe, happy camping, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.